Hello and welcome to Ninjabill Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Megatron. And I gotta tell you right up front, I'm not a fan of this toy. It looks good, it's okay. To be absolutely frank, it's just okay. Now mine has been customized. I have added paint to it to make it more look like he does on the show, so I will point that out as we go along. But before we go anywhere, gotta take a look at that packaging, so move him out of the way. And this, of course, is the packaging. And there's that new Decepticon symbol. I love that, with that crest in there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway, it says Transformers up the side there. Shows that it comes with this Build-A-Figure piece. I cannot find it. I went to look for it when I show off the accessories, but I couldn't find what I did with it. So it does come with that arm piece, but I'm not interested in the Build-A-Figure, so I don't really care. Anyway, it says plastic-free packaging, Transformers Earthspark. It says Megatron right up there. Nice image from the series going on there. Pretty cool. On this side shows the Build-A-Figure, that Mandroid. There you go. On the reverse side, has him in his robot mode, has him in his alt mode, has the Build-A-Figure. It takes 11 steps to go either from robot to alt mode to robot. List of the characters that the Build-A-Figure comes from. I really should pick her up. I haven't, but I really should. So, yeah. Pretty cool. There's the bottom. There's the top. Upside down, you like, there you go. And that's it for the box. And we'll bring out the figure again. And yeah, it's okay, okay? Let's get the comparisons out right away. So we're going to put him there. There's the Studio Series Wheeljack. Show you how small he is. So slightly larger than Wheeljack, Bumblebee, Wheeljack. So there you go. With a regular Deluxe, so about the same size as a regular Deluxe, as you can see there. So yeah, get that out of there. And again, he's just okay. We'll zoom in on that face and take a look. We'll zoom in. There you go. Nice bright red eyes, silver face, silver gray plastic, some red going on there, which is show accurate. This is show accurate too. So yeah, there's that symbol. I gotta say, I do like this symbol. I do like it. Nice purple there. On the show it's the smoke black, but here it's in purple, and I enjoy that. So zoom that back. He's not an Autobot. He's still a Decepticon. Anyway, you got some silver going on up here. Some of that teal there for the cockpit. Some red. Now the red here on the arms, I've added that myself. And a bit of red on the side there, because that wasn't red, and I added that myself right there on the side. I added that. So I painted these came gray. In the show they're black, so I painted them black. Pretty cool. Got some silver there, some silver there. My silver doesn't quite match what this came with. It's a darker silver they used. So you can see where I added paint, but to make it more look like the show, it doesn't really match though. Shame. I didn't realize that it was a darker one until I already put it on there, so I may try to color match it later. This is dark brownish. This really is more of a dark gray brown color. Incidentally, there should be red inside those vents. I've yet to add it. Here he is from the back. Oh, look at that. When I painted the rotors were gray. I added the black like it does in the show, and I missed it. Look at that. Totally missed it. I got all of this one though. Yeah, I got all of this one though. I'll have to take care of that. But you can tell where I painted it now for sure. So there you go. And this is supposed to clip into there. However, it limits his movement if you do that. So I leave it unclipped. That's why, because you see a small tab in there, and there's the port, and that's supposed to go in there. But with that down, it limits his articulation. So yeah, pretty cool. Got some that silver there. Big fat pauldrons going on here. Pretty cool. There's some red I put in here, like on the show. Sometimes, here's the thing, on the show, sometimes there's red here, sometimes there's not. Just like on his forearms, there's some detailing there, like it's just partially red here, but all red on the sides. It's weird. It's weird how it does that. It's weird. So there's his cannon. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, have this facing wrong. I've watched a couple of reviews so far, and they have this facing this way. Maybe they think it looks more like his G1. However, in the show, it's not like this at all. All right? They're hoping like Transformers Animated, you know, where it had the big end and the skinny. No. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be like that. So, that is the front of his cannon there, the barrel. So yeah, there should be some red right there. I haven't added it yet. In that insert right there should be some red. So, and there should be some teal on here too. I forget where. I just watched an episode last night just to refresh myself, but yeah, he's pretty cool. So let's get down to articulation. His head can look up, which is pretty nice. No real down. Does got a swivel, although limited because of how far inset it is there. So does have one. Got that. So shoulders do have it's on a ball joint, so you get a butterfly forward, get a butterfly back. Got a pretty decent range there. That's not bad. No bicep swivel whatsoever, because it's on the ball joint here. So you do get an elbow and the swivel going on there. This thing rotates, but it's mostly for transformation. Nothing at the fist, nothing at the waist. Disappointing. Same thing on the other side for the arms. Get those out of the way. Once again, if you have this clipped in, it limits his movement, so I leave it unclipped. So, which these will move around on a ball joint, mostly for transformation, but you do get out to there. Forward to there. Back all the way if you move this out of the way, so you get quite a range back that way. And whoops, and then I put it all the way down. You do got a thigh swivel and a deep knee, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool there. And finally, for the feet, you get a toe down, no real up, and you get a tiny bit of a rocker. Not much, nothing at the heels, but so it's okay for articulation. It's just okay. And he does come with a couple of accessories, 3 of them to be exact. And he comes with that Build-A-Figure arm, which I couldn't find. And he comes with 2 parts to make his cannon. And see if I can split them apart here. There we go. And they come like this. And then you assemble his cannon via ports and pegs. So peg, port, peg, port, peg, port, peg, port. All of that good stuff. And you'll see why this splits apart. But you put them together to form his cannon. And this is it. Just done in this smoke gray, dark brownish gray plastic. And I think there's supposed to be some teal like on here, right there, and red right there. So, it is what it is. I may add that later. And of course, you can, via these ports here, you can stick it in that one if you so wish. To have it further back, you can stick it in there, although in mine it's really tight, but it does go in there. Really tight. And I'm not going to bother attempt. You could probably stick it in that one right there. You could stick it in that one right there. Boy, that one's really tight. You hear that popping in. Nowhere really else to store it. He can hold it in his hands as well, if you so choose. You can put it in his hand, although it doesn't fit that great there in his hand, but you can do that. So yeah, it's it's okay. It's okay. You saw that comparison there, so we're going to move right on to the alt mode, and it's just a disappointing scale. It really is. It's just, oops, and then I knock him over. You stand over there, but it's just a disappointing scale that, you know, I'm really disappointed with how the scale on this thing worked. And these go in here like this. This goes on here like this. There you go. That's part of the transformation. You can add it now or later. It doesn't really matter. Most folks do it later because it just gets in the way. Get that back off. Get that off. There we go. So, yeah. I'll be right back with that alt mode. I should state, now, you pull this down and it pulls the head in. Now, I should state something here. I have modified this because when I first got this, this is supposed to, you know, slot into there. That's supposed to slot into there. That's supposed to slot into there. And I'm telling you what, I could not force those two peg tabs together into those slots. So I had to sand these down and, you know, take some material off to get those to work right. See how I rounded that off? It was just flat and I rounded it off because, man, oh man, both of them got a little bit of material sticking off of there. But I had to sand that down because it just was not working. So I had to do that just to let you know. I did modify that a little bit. And we're back, and let me scroll back here. This is him, and finally what we do is we go ahead and add these parts on right here and right here, so they're like that. And this is his finished alt mode, and it is tiny, folks. It is tiny. It's disappointingly small. Now in the show, this whole area is covered, and there's some gray here, this color gray that goes here on the sides, and right down the middle up until about there is all red. So yeah, so pretty cool. And of course right here and these fins right here in the show are also this gray color, so I may end up painting that as well. But this is pretty cool. I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. You can see his arms, fists right there. You know this is his legs here, but you know, there's his feet. So they've tried to hide it, you know. They've tried to hide it. I painted the little red there. Again, I painted these black and with the red on those missile tips like in the show. Although they're not very effective missiles considering when fired, unless they drop quite a ways from the aircraft and then he fires them. I don't know. Otherwise, he'd, you know, he couldn't fire them forward because he'd hit himself. Still pretty cool. Little teal there in the cockpit. There's a silver there and there. So all in all, you know, it's not too bad looking. It's got, you know, little landing gear right here in the back and just these stumps of plastic right there for forward landing gear. And it just sits down there like that, and he's tiny. He's tiny. How tiny is he? Here's Core Class Shockwave. That's how tiny he is. Look at that. And just to further demonstrate that, you know, it's not an optical illusion, let's line them up here. And boom. Look at that. He's tiny. He's really tiny, and that's disappointing. Of course, what do you expect, you know, for a deluxe class, you know, figure? It was subline. So, I mean, it's disappointing. I don't know what I was expecting. Look at that. It just stands out so badly. So, propellers do spin. Again, I'm going to have to, you know, finish painting that. So, yeah. But, I'm just disappointed in this line, okay? The Earthrise line has been disappointment after disappointment when it comes to the toys, and I'm not buying any more of them. You know, I may buy, well, I take that, I may pick up Twitch, but, you know, that's only if, you know, there's nothing else to buy, because I don't think I'm going to buy anything else from the line. Honestly, I don't, unless some of the larger figures are better. then no. And you do still have ports there, so if you want to stick a cannon or something in there, you know, another weapon in there, you know, you can do that, although now you block the propellers, but you could do that if you wanted. So otherwise, yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it'd be great for, you know, the younger crowd, you know, but honestly, unless you want it, unless you need another Megatron, all right, and you want a representation of the series, then go ahead and pick this up. But if you just, you know, a chug collector or something, don't bother picking this up, all right? It really is disappointing. That said, the plastics do feel pretty good. I will give it that, although it is really, really light. Give me a moment here. Bam. So we'll turn that on. Boom. All right, I've got it set to grams, I think. You can't see that, but there you go. I've got it set to grams. And we will set this on there. And that comes to 63 grams. Right there, we'll zoom in and so you can see that. Comes into 63 grams. So, pretty light considering a somewhat older Deluxe comes in at 72 grams. So, here, let's add a Gundam figure. It comes in 62. So, you know, but better quality plastics, I will tell you that. What's that Bumblebee figure weigh in at? There you go. Comes in at 67 grams. So, you know, you get the general idea. It's, you know, he's small. And zero that out in there. We'll get that out of there. So, he's small, but, you know, again, it's up to you if you want to get one. You want to have a complete Earthrise collection, you know, or Earthspark collection, go ahead and pick this up. But otherwise, yeah, don't bother. Don't bother. The Earthspark line is not that great so far. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This has been my look at the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Megatron. And, you know, click the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Share. Comment. If you feel like donating the channel and helping the channel grow, you know, thanks to my Patreon subscribers that I was able to pick these Earthspark figures up. You know, so thanks. I really, really, really appreciate my Patreon subscribers. I totally love everyone who watches, comments, likes. Just smash the like button. It helps my channel grow tremendously. Smash that like. And above everything else, be good to each other.